Alright. Welcome to another one of BumpmyStump's World of Tanks Xbox 360 replay videos. Today we're in the T-43. Piece of shit, medium Russian tank. We're on Live Oaks, and we're going to have an okay game in it. Yeah, this has been horrible. I think I've played, I don't know how many games, but it's sort of like the IS-8. I have like a 35% win ratio or something. Seems like every game I get in is a tier 9 with a horrible team. And I hardly ever get into any tier 7 or 8 matches. It's like, I don't know, maybe this has matchmaking like a light tank. Not like a light tank, but the same idea. It favors the higher tier because it's a medium, I don't know. But its gun can barely penetrate normal tier 8s. I can't penetrate an IS-8. I mean, an IS-3, excuse me. I can barely penetrate an IS. It's definitely not a good stock gun, that is for sure. And I have not used any XP to go buy it, so it's stock at this point. So, yeah, I'm not very impressed with it at all. It has a horrible gun. Oh, look at the aim time is just atrocious. And the accuracy sucks. So, and this is aim time is with a gun rammer and yeah, the load time is with a gun rammer and the aim time is with yeah, whatever does the aim time there. I'm drawing a blank right now for some reason, don't know why. But we're gonna see if we can get some shots in these tanks over there and just look how slow everything is. It's atrocious. But even with an atrocious gun, at 300 meters, I'm dealing out some damage. This is one of those games that pretty much everything went right for the most part. And you don't have those games very often. And you definitely don't have those games in this tank very often. At least I haven't yet. I mean, I've had my average game probably in this thing typically has been like 300 XP or worse, because not only does the tank suck, but I've gotten the matches almost like the IS-8. They've just been teams that just fold in the first 2 minutes, sort of like the enemy team right now. I'm typically on the red team right now. So however, the red team pulls this one back because some of our team just isn't too bright at times. So we're up all right now, as you can see, 8-3. So we're doing good. Going up here to see if I can get some spots on one of these tanks over here. There's a Tiger and a KV-1S. Plant one through the Tiger. Plant a few through the Tiger. The angle's a little bit better, and it still went through. And then all of a sudden now, oh, still go through. I think this is the one where it starts bouncing and will not do anything. And you notice I haven't really changed. I penetrated at the angle he was at, but it isn't going to work. So I probably ran out of my premium ammo because I have 10 shells. I think I put 10 shells in this. And I load them right off the bat because the gun is so freaking atrocious. I should be trying for the commander's hatch, but the accuracy is just horrible. But I hear that the tier 8 and above Russian mediums are good tanks, so we'll see. Only 90,000 more to go. Yeah, I think after I played this probably 4 or 5 games, well, probably 6 games tonight, and actually won like 4 of them and gained enough XP to get the second package. The first package was 12,000, and I think 12 or 13,000 maybe. I don't remember exactly, and I'd gotten past that. I never purchased it because it doesn't give you anything but a better turret. And better tracks, I think. And I was like, ugh, Just this thing's a dog. You see 32 kilometers an hour. So it doesn't have speed, it doesn't have armor, it doesn't have aim time. So you really can't do anything with it. You can't circle people, you can't get enough speed to get behind them. And if you get behind them, you can't turn quick enough to circle around them or anything. And I know it's not a light tank, but you know, you should be able to do a little bit of it. But look at the radius of the dispersal. It starts out at like the size of Texas if you're moving. The AMX bounce off the first shot, and someone killed him before he got to the second shot. So now if we look up at the scores, it's 12-10. A lot more even now, isn't it? They've got 3, we've got 5. So it's 5-on-3. And we know they were over on the tracks a few minutes ago. So we're headed towards the tracks. And that was a pretty good shot from the PZS to finish that guy's game. And so there's a T1 still alive that's kind of in front of us. And I'm on mic here in a minute saying, you know, hey, slow down, wait for us. We all know they're up there. Let's all get up there at the same time. And I don't know if he was in a platoon or just didn't have his mic headset on or didn't have the volume up or what, but he never responded whatsoever. And I'm like, really, gameplay like that ticks me off, because it's been so hard for me to come by wins in this freaking tank. When I was talking to this hunter guy, and I was like, yeah, right here is where I said, yeah, the T1 Heavy, you need to stop and wait for us. Let us catch up to you. That way there's 3 guns at once. Nope, he ain't stopping. He's going to be the hero and get right up there and get killed first. Because he just... I think there's an IS and an IS-3 or an IS-6, if I remember right. IS-3. And it's like, dude, just wait, let us help you. I look over to see where the other guys are, and we still got a tank destroyer sitting way on the other side of the map. It's like, if we all go at once, we got 7 minutes left. If we all just go, we're gonna rape them. No, T1 Heavy needs to go up by himself. And I'm trying to get in a position where I can help him, but I'm not gonna get killed because he's a dipstick. You know, I try to get in here where I can get a shot to help him, but it isn't, you know, it's over. He's dead. Because he had to go right up there all by himself. And you saw the accuracy of that shot, didn't you? 25 meters above where I shot it. So anything from distance just sucks. And then we get this other tank behind me who's almost dead. And I still wanted to wait for the tank destroyers. And he goes right down the track, so the minute they see him, he's dead. And I'm still on mic saying, hey, one of the tank destroyers is trying to cross the water, and he's like, oh, it's just too deep. I'm like, yeah, dude, it's too deep. You gotta go around. But there, AR-44, he's gonna move right up. I'm gonna try to help him, because my fear is once they kill him, they're gonna come right down and get me. I mean, you got a KV-1. Like I said, I believe the other one is a KV-1S. KV-13, excuse me. I thought I said IS earlier, I did. That was a brain fart, eh? But the KV-1 isn't a big worry of mine, not huge. And the KV-13 is pretty much, if it's upgraded, a better version of this tank. I have the KV-13, and it's a much better tank than what I'm driving in this game. Night and day better. So, and I don't know if he's upgraded or not. So I'm just sitting here waiting for the artillery to get over somewhat and spot. And I try to throw a shot into that KV-1, KV-13, excuse me. And trying just to juke back and forth because I know there's 2 of them aiming at me, and I'm trying to keep their attention and keep them lit up. So hopefully one of the tank destroyers can pummel them. Still no joy though. But that'll happen pretty quick. Now they're both behind here. I think at this point, sometime right here, I move up. And I don't remember when it is. You notice I stopped aiming in and I'm just using the auto aim and stuff because it's just waiting for that reticle to not disperse, but whatever you call it, tighten up, shrink. It's just insane in this tank. I hope the next gun up isn't quite as bad. And Juicy Lucy Poochy Lupu, whatever his name is, says stop, and I'm like on mic saying, dude, I'm not going anywhere. I'm just trying to keep him lit up. But I don't think he was on mic. Well, I know he wasn't on mic, but I don't know if he was, he could hear me or not. But I'm trying just to get him lit up so he maybe can get a shot at him. And they're still in behind the things there, so I'm gonna get myself on the other side of the tracks while they're still looking to see where I am over there. I figure it'd be better to have, I can get closer if I have the tracks helping me out. And they had both moved over to the back side there, so I'm going to push up now. I know they're pushing out, and that's going to be the end of him pushing out. Alright, so, and they're firing. The IS is firing at my teammate, so I'm going to push up right here at some point. And back to this tank. This is just, I hope the tier 8 is a million times better than this thing, because this is junk. When he pops out, and of course it misses. It's just, that's this gun in a nutshell. Anyway, I know Russian guns aren't great. I understand it. I get it. But while I have him kind of lit up there, I'm taking off. I'm going to get over here behind the building. Because that's about the only time that this tank can... It doesn't have the armor to do this, typically. Because anything above its tier will just wreck it. It doesn't have the speed, but it has the gun that you need to do this. You need to get right up close and shoot. I'm lighting him up and trying just to get him to poke out because I know the tank destroyer's behind me. And, ooh, there's a good shot. Trying to get him to step back out again. He's having no part of that. So I'm telling the tank destroyer, not that, like I said, I don't know if he can hear me or not. I said, I'm going to go around and push him out. Either he's going to come at me or he's going to back out in front of you. So I back up here in a second and turn around. And this definitely does not happen very often, especially not in this tank. And maybe I need to just play it more like this, like a Russian tank. Get right up in the face and shoot him. Because I bounced a shot from him and didn't even aim. I fully admit I didn't aim or nothing. I just hit the button. Went around the corner, hit the button. Hit the trigger. And it took him out. So, although I could sit here and brag and say, yeah, I knew what I was doing. I knew exactly where the reticle was going to be. No. That was complete. Just around the corner, click. We end up with a 80% mastery badge. 3 tanks destroyed. 18,500 silver, because I used all my premium, I believe. And 1,844 XP. Yeah, I know I used all my premium. I used 29,962 in premium and regular ammo, but we end up top of the list. No, we end up second on the list. 1,400 damage, 979 spotting with 3 kills. 1,199 base XP. 28 shots fired, 19 hits, and 11 penetrations. That's horrible. Absolutely horrible. But that's this tank. You cannot snipe with it. You cannot even medium range with it. You've got to be within like 200 meters at most to get even remotely accurate. So, and you can't do it on the fly. And it just, if you can skip by the T-43, if you're going up the Russian mediums, skip it because it isn't worth playing. Sort of like that IS-8 that I just dumped. This is another tank that when I get the next one, if the next one's any good, well, even if the next one isn't any good, when I get the next one, I'm dumping this as quick as I can because it's junk, junk, junk. But I will keep my my KV-13, so that's not too bad. As usual, comment, rate, subscribe, thumbs up, thumbs down. Tell me what you did right, tell me what you did wrong, and remember, when you're on that battlefield, shoot the red ones.